Hi, my name is Ray Grabowski, and I'm a grad student in the Medieval Studies program at Cornell. I'm here to talk about Eucharistic miracles in the Middle Ages. Let's start with what a Eucharistic miracle is. Simply put, this category includes any miracle involving either the communion host or wine, and they usually occurred at or shortly after the moment of consecration. During the Middle Ages, the Church was still articulating what it believed about the Eucharist. These miracles helped to relay truths about the Eucharist, also known as Eucharistic doctrine, to lay Catholics. These miracles took several forms. For example, some people had visions during the consecration, in which the bread on the altar appeared either as Jesus or as one of his body parts. In other miracles, the host transformed from bread into a new substance. Other hosts bled, while still others did not decay or show any corruption over the course of years, or in some cases centuries. Here's two specific examples. The first features Pope St. Gregory the Great, who was pope from 540 to 604 AD. The earliest report of this miracle is from an 8th century text called the Life of St. Gregory. I'm going to read an excerpt from a slightly later text called the Golden Legend, which is the most copied, widely circulated, and thus the most well-known account of the miracle. Pope Gregory was saying Mass at the Basilica of Santa Croce in Rome. During communion, he went to give a woman from the congregation a host. As he did so, he said, "May the body of our Lord Jesus Christ benefit you until life everlasting." She laughed, as if at a joke. He immediately drew back his hand from her mouth and laid the consecrated host on the altar, and then, before the whole assembly, asked her why she dared to laugh. Her answer? "Because you call this bread, which I made with my own hands, the body of the Lord." Then Gregory, faced with the woman's lack of belief, prostrated himself in prayer, and, when he rose, he found the particle of bread changed into flesh in the shape of a finger. Seeing this, the woman recovered her faith. Then he prayed again, saw the flesh return to the form of bread, and gave communion to the woman. The second miracle occurred in a church in the village of Lanciano, Italy in 700 AD. A Basilian monk there had been doubting that Christ was really present in the Eucharist. While he was saying Mass, when he went to say the words of consecration, the host turned into human flesh and the wine into blood. The monk's doubts vanished, and a cathedral was built on that spot to house the transformed host. It became a popular pilgrimage site. In fact, you can still visit and venerate the transformed host there today. Don't believe this story? You're not the only one. Since 1574, a number of ecclesiastical investigations have looked into this miracle. Most recently, Professor Leonoli, a professor in anatomy and chemistry and clinical microscopy at the University of Siena, examined the transformed host in 1970, and again in 1971, and again in 1978. After all those examinations, he determined the flesh is real flesh, the blood is real blood. The flesh and the blood belong to the human species. The flesh consists of the muscular tissue of the heart. The flesh and the blood have the same blood type, AB. The preservation of the flesh and of the blood, which were left in their natural state for 12 centuries and exposed to the action of atmospheric and biological agents, remains an extraordinary phenomenon. These two Eucharistic miracles seem quite different. That of Pope Gregory is a vision meant to inform Catholics about the truth of what happened on the altar. The other, that of the monk in Lanciano, is the physical transformation of the bread and wine. For one miracle, we have only reports of the event. For the other, modern science has confirmed it. But they both reveal the miraculous and true nature of the Eucharist, one of the mysteries of the Church, which is normally hidden. There is a medieval English hymn which describes the Eucharist saying, "It seems white and is red. It is living and seems dead. It is flesh and seems bread. It is one and seems two. It is God's body and no more." The appearance and reality of the Eucharist don't match. It is a paradox. Eucharistic miracles are moments when Catholics are given visual proof of the true nature of the Eucharist. They teach Catholics about the mystery of the Eucharist, and they encourage their belief in that truth. Thanks for listening. Pax Vobiscum.